Hello friends, my name is Dr. Jyoti Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Now today's topic of discussion is current trends in hospitality and tour and travel industry. As we are very much aware about the tour and travel industry, means nowadays this particular industry is growing up with a very wide or with a very increasing rate of growth, and we whenever a customer basically go to a basically plan for a tour and travel, he or she basically interface some sort of hospitality in that type of in the overall experience. So somehow these two aspects of these two industry is related or in line with one another. So just start the class traveling for businesses and recreation is a need of today, means nowadays nobody is having time, and in the era of less time and too much of work and no balance between work life balance and balance between the personal and professional life, everybody, in fact every person needs some sort of rest. So traveling or some recreation requirement is prevailing in everybody's requirement nowadays. So SI, according to standard industrial classification, SIC in 1968 defines hospitality as establishment provide meals, light refreshments, drink or accommodation. Means if we talk about recreation, if we talk about tour and travel and hospitality, it includes the food element and some sort of recreation facility and some sort of refreshment, some sort of drinking and accommodation facility. So this particular industry covers all the aspect or all these type of facilities. If they are going, being a service firm, if you are going to provide tour and travel and hospitality services to the customer. And hospitality industry, we can say that any combination of the services like food, drink and accommodation, a blend of tangible and intangible elements. If we talk about hospitality and tour and travel, this particular industry, service industry, is a combination of tangible dominant and intangible element too. If we talk about tangible, tangible simply means the meal and the hotel or the bed, the cab that you are hiring for visiting the places or the views of that particular area. And if we talk about intangible element, the services and the process, the overall experience that a customer is gaining overall during the tour and basically that travel of time period. So, if we talk about tourism and hospitality, it covers the following aspect or it covers the following sectors too, means without the support of these sectors, a service provider cannot complete the overall hospitality aspect and tourism experience to the customers. So, if we talk about tourism and hospitality, it covers the aspect or it covers the sectors like accommodation. Obviously, if a customer is going for a travel, so obviously he or she needs a certain sort of accommodation. So, accommodation simply means the hotel, motel, apartments, the camps, guest house, lodge, bed and breakfast establishment like the hostels and cabins. In addition, tourists also required catering facilities. Like if you are residing in a hotel, so you also need some sort of food and beverages there. If we talk about tourism and hospitality, it covers the most important aspect like accommodation. The second one is transportation. Suppose if a customer is planning to go for a travel to a particular destination like Dehradun and Rishikesh, so obviously he or she needs some sort of transportation. So, if we talk about transportation requirements, so transportation includes the services like railways, he or she can opt go for railways or airways or car rentals. There are so many alternative options are available in front of the customer. So, a tourist choice of transport would depend on the travel budget, destination, time, purpose of the tour and convenience to the point of destination. So, tourism and hospitality includes this particular aspect too, like transportation. The next sector is attraction, means if we as customer, if we are planning for a tour, so obviously we just we just want to see the views or the sceneries or the attractive points or attractive places of that particular destination. So it also includes the attractions, like the customer can take decision regarding the attractions like theme park and natural park, and the scene locations, the cultural and educational attractions, monuments, events and medical, social and professional causes. So he or she can take a decision of viewing all these aspects too. If we talk about tourism and hospitality, without travel agent or without tour operators, somehow a customer find difficulty in assessing or in making or in planning overall tour for a particular destination. So a travel agent are whom they are basically the person or the intermediaries, or the third one, or the linkage between the tour operators and the customer. Basically they are the one who facilitate the overall requirement of the tourist, means if they want to go to view some certain or some selected destination, these travel agents basically them help them out in finding out and viewing and in completing the overall journey of that particular tour. So obviously travel agent are also the important part of this particular industry, tourism and hospitality. And the last one is tour operators. Tour operators are basically the one who offers the customized offering to the tourist or to the customers, means as per the requirement, as per the budget, as per the parameter of the different tourists, they offer different plans of holiday or different plans of travel or tourism to the customer. So basically they give information, different information, and they present different quotations and as per the different requirement of the customers. So as a customer, he or she can pick a selected one or an appropriate one as per his or her requirement. So tour operators are the one who offers customized tour including travel, accommodation and sightseeing. So if we see the overall scenario of tourism and hospitality, without the contribution or without the support and assistance of these sectors, a service provider or basically this particular sector or industry is not able to provide the full satisfaction or a good experience to the tourist or to the customer as well. So being a service provider, you should try to maintain good relationship with different parties. So accordingly, as per the requirement of the customer, you can make arrangement and also provide certain sort of services as per the expectation of the customers in order to satisfy them and in order to make them loyal, or so that or in such a way so that he or she can spread a positive word of mouth about your overall services, about the overall experience that they have gained while or during that particular travel. So if we talk about tourism and hospitality, these important aspects should be included in that. Without the support or without the contribution of these parties or these sectors, it should not be, they are not able to provide the full satisfaction to the customers. So we can see a sort of growth factor and some positive sign in tourism and hospitality industry in India. Like Indian tourism and hospitality industry has emerged as one of the key driver of growth among the service sector in India, as now people's customers or the people are having a good income or disposable purchasing power capacity. So as per their pocket, they can accordingly spend certain amount of money in making decision regarding traveling a particular destination or the wanted or the desired destination. So we can say that Indian tourism and hospitality industry has emerged as the key driver for the growth of service sector in India. Tourism in India has a significant potential considering the rich cultural and historical heritage, as in India we see the different culture and heritage, historical heritage are available here. So, many foreign tourists are being attracted by the service farm in order to view, in order to come to India and view the different cultural and historical heritage and variety in ecology and the places of natural beauty in fact. So, these are basically the positive signs which support the tourism and hospitality industry, and these are basically behind the growth of this particular industry in India. Like India is having a wide or a rich cultural and historical heritage, variety in ecology, terrain and various places of natural beauty where a customer can go, where a person can go and view the natural beauty and uh, accordingly hold overall good experience about during that travel and about that particular destination. So, accordingly he or she can spread the positive or negative word of mouth to some other person. So, accordingly some other person can hold or can make some travel decision to that particular destination. And another positive point is like Indians are having increased disposable income, and that supported the growth of domestic and outbound tourism. Government of India has also launched several branding and marketing activities like Incredible India and Atithi Devo Bhava, which have provided a focused drive to growth. Means Indian government has also formulated certain policies and certain campaign for portraying or for representing our heritage or our culture to in front of or into the world, so that everybody just get aware about the diversity, about the cultural the richness of our cultural and historical heritage, the various places about of the natural beauty. So, everybody just become aware and they just form a decision to come to India, to come to the required places, to the popular places, and they just dispose their income in viewing or in overall making travel or making a plan to go to that destination, and accordingly resulted in certain sort of revenue to the government. So, that is why Government of India has also adopted certain branding and promotional campaign like Incredible India, and whatever the tourist and whatever the persons coming from other countries and other state, in fact they should be welcomed in a proper manner, and if they will feel like they are treated like a guest or like a god or something, some special person, so obviously they will form the decision to visit the place again and again, and obviously they will spread the positive word of mouth to some other person or to their relatives, to the friends of their country too. So, accordingly the tourism and hospitality industry in India will be on a rising growth or will be on a rising graph. So, the next thing that should be understood by you student, like service marketing mix of hospitality and tourism industry. So, service marketing mix is all about combination of 7 P's. The 7 P's are like product, price, place, promotion, people, process and physical evidence. So, just have an understanding about the 7 P's of hospitality and tourism industries, like product. What do you mean by what thing come under product? If we talk about the hospitality and tourism industry, the tourism product, which is mainly the destination, the accommodation and the facility as well as the entertainment, means what thing a customer will purchase if he or she is forming a decision regarding hospitality and tourism. So, obviously he or she will have to purchase a particular destination and the hotels that he or she will take for taking some rest, and the facilities that they will avail, and the entertainment facility that they will experience there. So, all these come under product concept. The second one is price. Price includes a range of rates varies from minimum to maximum depending upon the room occupancy, the seasonal demand, and the value added services or the other services that are basically provided by the service provider or the tour operator to the guest or to the tourist in fact. So, accordingly whatever the facilities or whatever the things that service providers are providing to the customers, accordingly they are charging or they can charge price as per the requirement or as per the other services or as per the different things demanded by the customers. Means if a customer is taking facility of like the cabs and they are taking some extra bed facility in a particular room, so he or she has to pay more. So, price is totally determined on the basis of the availability of the room or the occupancy of the room. The seasonal demand means if you are going to visit a hill station in winter time, so you will have to pay less amount because a customer basically go to hill station or to cold places in during summer. So, obviously he or she will have to pay more price in that particular time duration. So, as per the season you will have to pay different prices and accordingly service provider can charge different prices to the customers. And whatever the different facility that you are taking, like if you are taking a cab for sightseeing or for viewing the natural beauty or the famous places of that particular destination, so you will have to pay more. So, price is totally based or determined on the basis of the additional thing or the requirement that you are availing in that particular destination or in that particular recommendation. Accordingly, you will have to pay the price factor. If we talk about place, place is all about like destination, tour operator, travel agent and then consumer. Destination is like customer can go to the customer is just thinking to go to a place like Manali. So, destination is Manali and he or she basically contacted different tour operators and accordingly they just solicits different proposals or different quotations of different tour operators, and whatever the plans or the quotation suits the customer, accordingly they just pay to that tour operator, and with the help of travel agent they visit to that particular destination or the required places of that destination, and accordingly a customer can view and access to that destination or to the required places of that destination. So, that is all about the flow of flow come under place. Promotion is like service provider or the tour operators basically uses advertising and sales promotion in tourism marketing. Sales promotion is all about like they offer some facilities or some plans at reasonable rate, at discounted rate, so that they can just influence the behavior of the buyer and they just form the decision to go to that places where they do not they are unable to go because of the scarcity of the funds and because of the less income. So, sales promotion is one of the most prominent element used as a mean of promotion by the tourism industry, and promotion can also be done with the help of publicity and personal relation. Means tour operators or travel agents basically directly interacts with the different clients or different prospects, and accordingly they just give information about the different proposal or different things come under the plan or the itinerary, and accordingly influence the behavior of the clients or the customers, so that they just form the decision to go to that particular destination. The next one is physical evidence. What do you mean by the physical evidence? Means as per the characteristic of the services, as like intangibility, how we can understood that a tour operator or a travel agent or the tour operator basically the what sort of services or what type of services they are providing to the customer. So, by going through or by having a brochure of that tour operator, a customer just get information or just get aware about the existence of that tour operator, that yes this is the tour operator established at that particular places and they provide these type of facilities and these type of services to the tourists and the customers if they are opting them to go to basically fulfill the requirement of a particular travel. If we talk about people, people means it includes like travel agents and guides, staff, sales staffs of the company. Of the company simply means sales staffs of the hotel, means they should be courteous enough in fulfilling the requirement or in fulfilling the expectation of the customer. The travel agent, if a customer or if a tourist is asking something about that particular place or that tourist place or that heritage, then travel agent must be able to give the answer of that tourist. So, accordingly his or her requirement or the expectation can be met out or can be fulfilled. So, people must be expert enough in having the knowledge of that particular area or that particular destination, because tour operators basically hire the people who are basically who belongs to that particular area, means they hire the local people as a guide or as a travel agent. Why? Because local people have the complete information or have the wider information about that particular location or that particular place. So, basically people come under people, travel agents, guide staffs and sales staffs, basically they are local, they are hired locally, and because of having the complete information or the rich information about that particular destination or that particular place. If we talk about the process includes, the first one is provision of travel information. Obviously, if a customer just feel a requirement about going to a particular destination. So, firstly he or she needs some sort of information about that travel. So, potential tourist seeks clarification about their proposed tour. So, provides information through its website, newspaper ads and in the form of pamphlets. The second one is preparation of itineraries. Itineraries includes combination of the services or the things that should be provided to the customer during that travel or during that plan in fact. So, service provider customize its itineraries according to the customer requirement and the customer wants, because the overall requirement is what is fulfill the expectation or fulfill the requirement of the customer. So, they just customize their itineraries or they just form out the things or the facilities that they will provide to the customer, that will be framed or that will be changed as per the requirement of the customers or their wants and their needs. And the third one is liaison with the provider of services, because we have seen earlier that in order to give a overall experience about the hospitality and the travel and tour, there are some other players or service providers which helps the overall industry in fulfilling or in giving the overall experience to the customer. So, the service firm has to maintain a relationship with some other service firm, so that the overall experience or the overall requirement of the customer during that travel time can be fulfilled. The next is planning and costing tour. The tour can be customized, as I said earlier, that whatever the pocket whatever the customer pockets allows, according to that the tour operators basically customize their plans of overall travel. And if a customer cannot afford a premium package, so he or she will be given the same tour, but the cost it will be reduced by offering him or her a deluxe hotel instead of a 5-star hotel. The next one is obviously the ticketing ticket, because through this that person or that tourist can go from one place to another, and it is a source of movement in fact, which brings the customer from the home or to the desired destination. So, nowadays computerized reservation system has in the recent year revolutionized the reservation system for both rail and air travel. Nowadays, air and rail tickets of the tour are booked online. The next, provision of foreign currency and insurance. If a customer want to go abroad, so these service firms basically provides its customer with foreign currency and visa services too. So, it is basically the process that is basically followed by, or that is being implemented by the tour operators, and accordingly a customer has to go through this the steps of this particular process. The next one is current trends in hospitality and tourism industry, like the online travel operators. Online travel and tour operators have emerged in India and are customized option to consumer, and a customer is basically find ease in accessing or going through the internet facility. So, he or she can get information about different online travel and tour operators, and accordingly he or she can select a particular one on the basis of the budget, on the basis of the parameter that they have. The next one is wellness tourism and staycation. The widespread practices of Ayurveda, Yoga, Siddha and naturopathy complemented with the nation spiritual philosophy makes India a famous wellness destination obviously, and staycation is also seen as one of the emerging trend where people stay at luxurious hotels to revive themselves of stress in peaceful getaway. The next one is cruises. Government of India has estimated that India would emerge with a market size of 1.2 million cruise visitors by 2030-31. So, it is also one of the rising trend in the coming time. The next one is adventure. Adventure tourism is one of the most popular segment of tourism industry. Now, it has progressed well over the years, and government has also recognized this particular type of tourism as a niche tourism product to attract tourism with specific interest. Next, growing option for low budget travelers. Obviously, because of low purchasing power capacity, because of low pocket, customers basically do not generally people do not go to plan for a holiday. So, various budget we can say that less budget hotel, better beds, breakfast are also available at the destination or the required places where a person can go and avail the services. Next one is travel blogging. Those who love to travel but do not have enough office holidays, so they can opt travel as a hobby, as an one experience, and they can just share their experience to another one, so that the future or the proposed or the prospects can accordingly take their experience from their blog, from the available blogs, and form a decision to go to that required places. The next, offbeat destination, less explored travel destination. Now, people go to such places where they face less crowd and less pollution and the less noise in fact. So, now people are opting to go to that destination or those destination where they are basically less explored, and people or tourists do not have the information about those destinations. So, it is also one of the trend, and the next one is visa on arrival boosting tourism. Visa on arrival in India, which applies to tourism over 40% country, was started in India in 2014, and since then a rise of foreign tourists has been observed. This policy is expected to extend to more than 100 nationalities in coming year. Means with the by this particular step or by this particular action of government, foreign tourists are welcomed, or they are basically coming to India at an increasing rate, and obviously it will be increased in coming time too. Next, short weekend getaways. People do not devote more time to spend or to just get relaxation. So, nowadays they just form a decision to go to a short duration of travel and just re-energize them and come back to the offices and their work. The next one is solo trips. Solo travelers are basically one of the trend, we can say that it can be one of the trend in coming time. In this particular trip, a person is going alone, and we can say that it is a way to reconnect with one's soul and explore life goals. Means by going on this particular trip, one can identify oneself, and accordingly he or she can work on the strength and weaknesses, and can be a good human being. So, these are basically the new trends or the current trends of come under tourism and hospitality. And as for the survey of Ministry of Tourism, these are basically the most explored or destination of India, like Maharashtra, Karnataka, UP, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So, these are basically some of the references you just go through if you want to fetch more information about the given topic. That is all in this particular topic. Thank you, students.